Joining us now is Dani Tylim. She's a survivor of the shooting at the Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Dani has called the shooting an unexplainable act of terror. And in a strange coincidence, Dani's two older brothers survived that 1999 shooting at the Jewish Community Center in Granada Hills. And welcome, Dani. And first of all, I'm so sorry you have to be here to discuss this, but I hope you can shed some light on what happened that day. So can you walk us through that day at school?
Yes. So that day, I was making up a test in my last period. And as I was making up the test, I was finishing it up, and into the test, there was a fire drill like a fire drill came on and rang. And it was really confusing because we already had a fire drill that morning, like a real fire drill. So when that came on, everyone in my test was really confused. And the teacher just said, do the normal thing, evacuate, because we heard the fire drill come on. So me and the other kids evacuated, and we went out to the tennis fields, and we stood there like it was a real fire drill. 3 minutes of being on the tennis court, we were facing the school, and we heard popping sounds, which was the gunshots, about 4 of them. And then from there, it got really chaotic, and everyone on that field started running towards the middle school and onto near Walmart, which was far from the school. And as it happened, I was on the phone with my mom, and I thought it was a drill, because when we heard the popping noises, we thought maybe it could be like a BB gun, because we were told that we were going to have a drill for a code red. So it didn't even occur to me that it could have been something that was this situation could have been real. Okay, so wait a second. You just said you have drills for code red. What does that mean? So 2 weeks prior to this happening, our teachers had a talk with the school board on what to do if there was a code red. So they were telling us there's going to be a drill. We never know when, but there's going to be a drill. So if anything, we thought that this was going to be a drill. So you guys were confused probably. Yeah. Or didn't know if this was fake or real. Yeah, it didn't pop into our heads that this could be real. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you know Nicholas Cruz or know who he was at your school? I didn't. This is my first year at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. I just transferred. So I didn't know him, but I have friends that did know him. And was there any warning signs? What did your friends say about him? They said that, it seemed like he was always really quiet, always not with the big crowd. That's, not much from it. Did you feel safe at school? During or prior, before this, did you feel safe at school? I feel very safe in my community. I've always felt safe in my community and at school because it's in my community. Now, not really. I really don't even know I don't feel safe anywhere now after this. Do you want to go back to school? I'm scared to go back to school. I'm scared to go back to class, and I feel like it's really going to, right now I'm in shock of what happened, but I feel like when I go back to class and I sit there and I see that my classmates that have been shot are not there, it's going to really kick in, and I think it's going to come into reality what happened. And you lost some friends there. Yeah. How are you feeling? I mean, I can probably answer how you're feeling, but what's going through your head and what happened there? Right now, honestly, I feel angry. I feel angry, and because I feel I feel that the adults have failed us. It's their job to keep us safe, and they have failed us. What do you want to see done after this? Now, which people don't know, and we said that in the introduction, your family has dealt with this twice. In 1999, your brothers were at the Jewish Community Center in Granada Hills where there was a shooting by a white supremacist. And now you have faced this at your own community. Yes. What's going through your head? Most families don't have to deal with this at all. You've had to deal with it twice, and you weren't even born yet when your brothers dealt with this. So what is your thoughts on guns and gun control? I want common sense gun laws. All the adults tell us, use common sense in your daily life. Use common sense when you're driving. Use common sense with drugs and alcohol. And an 18-year-old who had a mental illness history is able to go in and buy a gun. Where is the common sense in that? I mean, no,
I'm listening to you, and now when you go back to school, what would you have liked to see done to make you feel safer? Is there anything that any adult or administrator or politician can help you feel safer in your school?
You know, right now, I just feel like there needs to, like, overall in the state of Florida, there needs to be action taken. I feel like this, even though, like, they were saying they wanted to put security and make it like a military school, and I just feel like that would make kids feel more unsafe. I think overall with the guns, we need to do something, not just in schools, but overall, because that will help take action in schools. And also, like, I think people are really focusing on schools, but this could happen anywhere, and that's really scary. This could happen in the market, this could happen on the beach. Like, that's why we need overall gun control, not just in schools. We need it everywhere.
And do you think your school will be the impetus to change? Do you think they're doing something? Because you guys are going to Tallahassee, went to Tallahassee, and you're trying to do something with your governor and create noise. Is the noise going to stop? That's what I'm asking you.
I think, yeah. I think my community and my classmates and everyone who goes to my school is very determined because, as I said, we feel that the adults have failed us, and now we have to take into matters of keeping our community safe and our classmates safe.
So you won't stop speaking?
Oh, no, no, we are going to speak. We are going to keep going until something is done, because we now know the feeling of someone coming in and taking your friends away. We know the horror of it, and we don't want this to happen to anyone else.
All right. Dani, you're a brave young woman.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry you've had to deal with this twice in your life, or your parents have had to deal with this, but don't stop talking, all right?